we need agent? Agent is an important in AI. Why we are saying is an important? So let us see why it is important. So agent, what is agent? The agent is anything that can be viewed as perceiving its environment through sensor and act upon the environment through activators. So in the environment we have a problems. If any occurs any problems, with the help of the agents we can solve the problems. So it needs that sensor and activator. So let us see the diagrams about agent. So here we can see that agent. So you can see the environment here. So this, from in this environment we have the problems which is like an machine can be only this solvable. So with the help of this perspect I am giving as input, I am taking as an input from this environment. I am passing to, with the help of the sensor, to the, this is the we are calling as agents. So in agents we have some we have different types of agents. So we will be seeing this later. With the help of this we are solving the problems and we are getting back to that output, to that activators that we are calling as action here. So in this diagram we can understand why we need the agents. So this, with the help of the agents only I can solve the problems in the environment. Next is, this is the basic diagrams. Here you can see the environment here. So here the, if any problem is occurred, so I am passing this with the help of perspect or to the sensor. Here I can ask the questions how and where and when it happens. With the help of these questions I can solve the problems with the help of the searching techniques. So we have the different types of searching techniques as the informed search and uninformed search. With the help of the searching techniques I am solving the problems, and then I am using the activators. So using the activators I am solving the, I am making it an output to the activators. So I am taking the actions. What are the problems solved here? I am taking the actions in the environment to solve the problem. If the problem is not solved with the help of the solutions, again I have to go do the agents. So that is the working principle of agents. Now we are going to see about the example of agents. We have the human agents. So human agents, we have the input as eyes, ears and other organs for the sensors, and hand, legs, and we have this output. So for the activators, right? So in robotic agents it may have the cameras and infrared range finders for the sensor and various motors for activators. In software agents receive the keystrokes, file contents and network packets as a sensor. The input, that is the input for the software agents. So what is the output? We have to display on the screen, writing the files and sending the network packets. So this is the example of agent. So we have that agent terminology, like how to measure the of agent's performance. It is a criteria which determines how successful an agent is. Next is the behavior of the agent. It is an actions that the agent's performance many given sequence of perspect. So perspect, it is an agent perspectual input as a given instance. So perspect, the sequence, it is an history of all the agents has perspect till date. So with the help of this terminology we are solving the problems, and it is like an agent AI concepts. So we have the agent functions. It is a map from the perspect sequence to an actions. So with the help of this agent functions like an h of n and so it is come under the heuristic functions. So we have the functions like this. So we will be seeing the latest. So with the help of this agent terminology we are solving the problems in the agents. The structure of intelligence agents, we have the structures. The agent is equal to an architecture plus agent programs. So architecture is the machinery that can agents executes on. Agent programs is an implementation of an agent functions. So this is the structure of an agent. The different types of agents are simple reflex agents, model based reflex agents, goal based reflex agents, and utility based reflex agents. These are the most four comments. So this come under the machine learning reflex agents. So we will be seeing this later, but it is very important for the agents because with the help of this only the machine learning concept is working on. So first we are going to see about the simple reflex agents. So what is simple reflex agents? So in these agents we cannot store any memories, we cannot store any data in that. Just we are using the reflex agents. They can choose the actions only based on the current purpose. So it cannot be use the previous or history of that previous data. They are rationally only if a correct decision is made only on the basis of correct prospect. So only the current prospect it can take the actions. Their environment is completely observable. So with the help of the conditions actions rules, so we are not now using more number of concepts, just using only the condition action rules. It is like an if else concepts. So it is an examples we can say about the vacuum cleaner. So in the vacuum cleaner I have to check whether the current area is clean or not. That is enough. So it is a simple reflex agents. This is a flow diagram of the simple reflex agents. Here we have the environment. So from the environment I am getting any problems. So I can use the sensor to get the input from the environment. So I have to check the questions like how is the world is like now. So what is the problem is occurred now. So I have to check here. From these questions I have to check what action I have to do. So if the action is like an conditions action, the condition is conditions action rules. If any problems, if it is solvable, yes I can solve the problems, otherwise no. So it is we are calling as effectors. So with the help of this sensor I am checking the questions, and with the help of the questions I am solving the problems. So if the problem is not solved I can use the condition action rules. So it is an if else rules. So with the help of this if else rules I can use the as an output to the environment. So very simple reflex agents. Next we are going to see about the model based agent. So it is model based agents is like an they model of the world to choose their actions. They maintain an internal state. So here I am going to create a model like structures. So in this model only you have to create. So we have limited number of memories to do the actions here. Model, so the knowledge about how the things happen in the world. So initial internal state, it is an representation of unobserved aspects of the current state depending on the perspective history. Updating the state requests that information about how the world evolves, how the agent actions affect the world. So this we are calling as model based reflex agents. So next we are going to see about the diagrams. Here you can see the environment. So problems occurred, I had to get them from the sensor. So from the sensor I had to use how the world is like now. So I am checking the problem of the environment. So here I can say the state of the problems, how the world evolves now, what actions do now. So what actions I need to do now. So here I have questions. So here the model is will tell about that how the world is evolved now, what actions, what my actions do. So I have to say, I have mentioned that model is created already. So this is a part here. So here I am taking the actions here. Then I have to check if the problem is not solved. I have to check with the help of condition action rules. So with the help of this I am taking the actions with the help of effectors in the environment. So this is a model based reflex agents. Next is goal based agents. So I am setting the goal here. Why I have to check means in model based agents I cannot it is go on continuously go on the processing that whether the up to the model is satisfied. So here I am going to set that goal to end that process. Here they have to choose their actions in order to achieve the goals. The goal based approach is more complex than the reflex agents, since the knowledge supporting a decision is explicitly modeled, thereby allowing for the modifications. So I have to check the goal whether I have reached the goal or not. It is a descriptions of desirable situations. So this is a diagram for this goal based agents. So here you can see this actions with the help of the model. It is similar to the model based agents. So this is a model. I am checking the goal here whether I have reached my goal or not. So this we are calling as model goal based agents. Next we are going to see about the utility based agents. They can choose what is the utility means, it is a preference. So I can say it is a performance. So how it is in performing. So with the help of model as well as a goal. So I had to check the utility. Okay, I had to check the utility, how my model is working on, whether it is I have satisfied goal or not. So with the help of utility based agents, I had to check these two conditions. One is a model based and goal based. So model based is I have created already. Then goal based, I have to check the I have reached my goal or not. With the help of this, I can measure the utility. So they choose the actions based on the preference for the each state. Goal are inadequate when they are conflictly goals, out of which only a few can achieve. Goal have some uncertainty of being achieved, and you need to weight the likely likelihood. So I had to check the success of the against the important goals. So with the help of the goals, I had to check the measurements are an likely likelihood of the success. So this we are calling as utility based agents. So this is the diagram here. So here you can see this, instead of goal I am checking the utility, I am making it an utility. So here I can see the how I am happy. So I am checking the measurement how I am happy if I am taking the actions here. So this is the point the utility base will be working on. So these are the different types of agents. We have the simple reflex agents, goal based agents, model based agents, and utility based agents. Next we are going to see about the learning agents. It is very important because of this only the machine learning is working on. So what is learning based agents? A learning based agents is an AI is a type of agents which can learn. So it is an important thing here. You can see the learn from its past experience. So with the help of past experience, it is learning the data, or it has its learning capabilities. So here only the machine learning concept is behind here. So machine learning is a subset of AI. So we will be seeing this later. It starts to act with a basics knowledge and then able to adapt automatically through learning. So with the help of the learnings it is working on. So you can see the diagrams here. So you can see the definitions in next slide. So performance standards critic. So here the problems occurred means with the help of prospects I am sending the problem to the sensor. With the help of the sensor, here you can see the performance standards as well as the performance elements here. So we will be seeing the definitions here later. So what is critic? Critic with the help of the feedbacks I am learning the concepts here. So what kind of the problem means I have to learn first, then I can solve the problems with the help of the learning methods. You can see the learning goals. So after learning the methods, I have to check my learning goals. If the problem is generated again, I have to go back to that learning elements. So here you can see the definitions of each point. The learning agent has mainly 4 conceptual components, which are learning elements. So first we have to check the learning elements. So learning elements, here you can see the learning elements. It is responsible for making the improvements by learning from environments. So learning environments, it will be the responsible for improvement. Then we are going to see about the critic. Critic is a feedback. It takes the feedback from the learning from the critics, which describes how well the agent is doing with respect to fixed performance standards. Then we are going to say about the performance elements. It is responsible for selecting external actions. Performance, here you can see the problem generator. This is the components is responsible for suggesting the actions that will lead to new and informative experiences. So this we are calling as learning agents. So this is the different types of agents. The most important is learning agents. So you can see this. So in here the machine learning, without the machine learning we cannot do anything nowadays. So the machine learning concept is started from this learning agents. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for all, and keep learning.